Hi, it's Luan from Tech, and today I'm going to talk about one confusing aspect that you may have with FreeCAD, which is assembly workbench. After you design your parts, you need to assemble them together and then make some video about it. So when it comes to this point, there are a couple workbenches to help you to make the assembly with FreeCAD. And so far there are two famous workbenches, which is A2plus and Assembly4, that people knows about it. The problem is you can find a lot of tutorial about each of the workbench separately, but there is no any video that have a comparison between these two workbenches. So today I'm gonna make a very simple example to compare side by side these two workbenches, so you can have a better look and it helps you to make your decision. To make it simple, I'm gonna use this tutorial, follow this part here, which is make for three parts of a table and then assemble it together. We can use this dimension here to make the table. So this is originally come from the Assembly4, and the link is here. You wanna take a note and you want to come check it later. So let's come back to our FreeCAD. First of all, let's create the two workbenches. First, I'm gonna save this as I'm gonna save it in my desktop. It's the name this is A2 plus workbench. Save it here. Then I also create a new one. This is I'm gonna save it as Assembly4 workbench, or let's say A4 workbench here. Also on my desktop. Then now you have two workbenches on file ready, but we need to make the three parts for it. So let's look at the example here. They have the top with the dimension of 400 by 600 millimeter, the leg with 40 by 40, and then the feet of it with diameter of 60 millimeter. When you work with the A2 plus, you don't really need to pay much attention when you create the part, but with Assembly4 you really pay attention, because basically Assembly4 assembles object based on the local coordinate system, while the A2 plus they have a solver to solve the constraint. So let's go to the point. First, I'm gonna make the tabletop. So I'm gonna save it at tabletop. Sorry. Okay, this is tabletop. Let's save it at tabletop. Save. Then I need another one. I'm gonna save it at leg. Then I need another one with the foot of the leg. So save it as foot. Save. As I say, the tabletop is 600 by 400. We just need to go to the part design. I will try to make it real quick, so we don't have to deal with it. So from the top, tabletop, so we need to make a rectangle. It's 600 by 400, so 600. Okay, and here you make this of 400. Okay, just this thing I just want to, that's enough. I just put the last constraint, so it can be symmetric over this one. Okay, close. I don't remember how much how is the thickness of this one. 20 millimeter. So 20 millimeter. Tabletop is done. Here we have it here. I only just need to part it to 20 millimeter. Okay, so the tabletop is that. Let's save it. Okay, now we need to make the leg. The leg is 40 by 40, so you again sketch. Sketch from the top, easy plan. Then you need 40 by 40. And then I need to make this and this equal. Then we just need to make this symmetric. Times S, then root. Okay, close. Let me see how is the length of the leg. Okay, 300 millimeter. So we're gonna part it for 300 millimeter. Okay. So it's done. We save it. Okay. For the foot, it is the circle. Okay, this is the where you need to pay attention, because with the Assembly4 you really need to pay attention so that you can have the right coordinate to put between them, because they attach based on the coordinate, the local coordinate system. So you need to pay attention to that. Close. Oops, see, why is it eclipsed? Sorry, let me see. Okay. Close. Okay, so I need to part it for, let's say, 10 millimeter. Okay, good. So I need to save it also. Now we have the 3 piece ready, right? Let's start with the Assembly2plus. Okay. In the Assembly2plus, we need to attach the foot. We need to add the tabletop first. So we go to A2plus. Okay. We're gonna add the part from external file. I'm gonna choose this from my desktop. Open it. So it's tabletop, right? Then we need to add because we have 4 legs and foot together. We don't want to add like 8 times of it. So what we can do, we can create a sub assembly of the foot and the leg, and then we add just 4 times into it. So let's create a new file. Okay, we add. Okay, we need to save it at A2plus sub assembly. Okay, just save here. In here, we're gonna add the foot. The leg first. Okay, then I'm gonna add also the foot. Okay, I should add it here, right? So after I add these two, I need to create the constraint between these two to make it a sub-assembly. You need to attach them together, right? So basically you need to add the bottom of this over this one. So what you can do is select the 2 surface. Okay. And here we have a constraint of add center of mass constraint. So when we add this, and when you see the constraint is correct and it was positioned correctly, you can accept it. And then it's done. You just need to save the part. So after you have the legs and the foot attached together and sub-assembly, we come back to the main assembly here and add the leg into it. So I'm gonna add this sub-assembly here. You see, it's already here. So now we need to attach this leg to the table. Here, need to connect this surface to this surface, and we choose the coincident constraint. Then we accept this. Similarly, we need to add this one to this one to this one, like this. Accept. Okay. So that is how you attach one leg to the table like this. And then if you want to add another leg, we can just add another leg, sub-assembly. And we do the same thing here. Sorry, here this surface, this surface. Oh, sorry, this surface. Make sure that you select the right face. Okay, this and this attach, accept here and here. Done. And this is the last one here and here. Again, that's it. So that's how you do assembly in the A2plus workbench. Let's come back to our A4 workbench. So in this A4 workbench, first of all, we need to change it to Assembly4. Okay. Then in Assembly4, we're gonna make a new model, new assembly model. Okay, good. So we have the local coordinate system origin is right here. What we do now is we add the tabletop into this model, right? So we can import the part. With the A4 Plus, you have to save the file, close it and open it again for them to load it here. So let's cancel it. I'm gonna close just this, and this. Okay, and then I will open them again to trigger for the other file to see it. Let me see. Open leg, tabletop, and foot. Okay. Here again, back to this. So here you can import the part that you already created, but you have to close the file, save it, and open it. See the tabletop, you insert when you add a part from the external file of FreeCAD into the assembly file. They're gonna ask you how they position in the part. As you remember, we didn't have the coordinate system. We didn't create the coordinate system for the tabletop because we created with the A2plus workbench, which we don't really need it. But with Assembly4, everything is based on the local coordinate system. So they don't know the constraint. They just put coordinate system over match with coordinate system as you define. So if you go here, you can see the pattern assembly, which is the model that we created here. So they have their local coordinate system is here. But the part, this body belongs to the tabletop part. We don't have any local coordinate system in the part because we didn't create it, right? So we can go to tabletop and cancel it. Go to the tabletop yourself, and we need to add a local coordinate system. So I can just click on the body and I want to add one. So here I can just say local coordinate system. Local one is fine. You can name whatever. Okay. So here, okay, we can choose it that is objects X, Y, Z. Done. It's already done. It used the original when it created with. So then we need to save it. Come back to the sub-assembly. No, sorry. Let me drag it over here. Easier. So this two is done. This is assembly 2 is done. Now back to assembly 4. Here it's already here, and when you need to reorganize it, they call it placement of a part. With placement, we already select the coordinate system 1, and in the parent assembly, in this case, the model is we're gonna choose the parent assembly and the origin. And okay, so it's fixed. It's gray in this table. Done. So that is for tabletop with assembly 4. Done. Okay, now exactly the same job like in the A2 assembly 2 plus workbench, that we want to create a sub-assembly of the foot and the leg, so we don't need to reassemble them many times, right? So in the foot and the leg. Now we need to create a new file, and we're gonna save it as A4 workbench sub-assembly. Okay, and save it. So in sub-assembly, the same thing. We create a model. Then we need to add the leg and the foot together. So here's the leg that we already add. We have this. Now we just need to add it to the assembly, to the sub-assembly here. Here. So you go to the leg here. So insert. Okay. The same thing. What happened with it? Okay. No, it doesn't work. So from the body, again, you have to go to the foot. The leg, sorry. Go to the leg. We need to create the local coordinate system for it. So click on the body and like coordinate system. Let's say leg. So it wasn't. Yes. Okay. Done. So it created here. Okay. They only use the original one at the, if you choose deactivate it, you only choose the local coordinate that was there when we created the path. So this one, same thing you need to do for the foot one also. So local coordinate system, the body. Okay. Foot. Okay. Okay. As you see, the local coordinate system is here. When you deactivate it, you can okay. Okay, here. Now, let's save this file. Save the legs. And back to the sub-assembly. What happened is we're gonna add the foot into it, and we see what gonna happen. So if I choose the foot, okay, and because I want it attached to this leg, so see the leg, okay, and what you can see now is the foot will block, the leg will block inside the foot, because the coordinate of the foot is right here on the bottom of it, merge with the one on the thing here. So if we want to make the leg right on the surface of the foot, we need to adjust a little bit of the foot to make it on the top, to make the local coordinate on the top. So there's two ways to do it. Either you add another local coordinate on the top, or you move the solid on the bottom of it. So let's make the solid on the bottom of it first. This is easy because you can just do reverse, and you see now it's become on the bottom of the local coordinate. So it's okay. It's like that. Okay. The other also simple. You just need to move the local coordinate system up. You can just create it yourself. It's not that hard. But I do it much faster. Let's save both of these files and go back to the sub-assembly now. You see now it's got updated. Got updated. So the leg go over the foot. After you have the sub-assembly of the Assembly4 ready, we can add it to the main assembly by going with this one, import part, choose sub-assembly, insert. As you see, the demo, the review, it added the legs in the middle of the table because it's matched the local coordinate system of the table, which is in the middle of the tabletop, with the one right in the middle of the leg also. If we want to add the leg right at the corner here, we need to create a one coordinate system on the tabletop, match with the one coordinate system on this sub-assembly, which is this corner here. So let's do that. We cancel here. They already created, but it's fine. We go to the leg and we create a new coordinate system which is here, to attach it to the tabletop. Let's make it to the isometric one so easier to see. So it is here, and you select the body, choose the local coordinate system. Here we're gonna call it table top. Okay, we choose 3 points to create O, X, and Y. So O, X here, and Y is here. And you choose align O, X, Y. You see, it's parallel to the main coordinate system we have here. Okay, then we save this file, tabletop. Now when you look to the sub-assembly, you see that it's already this tabletop assembly coordinate system right here, but sorry, this but it's not in the main constraint system. It's not in the sub-assembly model, so we need to import this coordinate system to the sub-assembly by select this one and go to the import datum object. Okay, so we're gonna go local system tabletop, we add this, and then you're gonna see it's right here. So now in the sub-assembly of A4, we have it here. Now for the tabletop, we need to add a coordinate system for the corner so we can attach the leg into it. You can select the body and call it leg 1. Okay, the same thing, O and X and Y, so the O, X, I don't want to make it, and Y. So align O, X, Y here. Okay, now we save this also. Now back to the Assembly4 workspace. What we're gonna do is redefine the attachment of this leg into this assembly. But select the leg, go to edit placement. Yeah, sorry, it's showing edit placement of a part. In this one, in the leg side, in this part, we're gonna choose tabletop here, and to the body here, we choose the tabletop. With this one, we choose leg 1. You see now the leg attached to the correct point here. Okay, so that we have one leg attached. Okay, you want to attach another leg. Similarly, you should need to add another coordinate system here on the tabletop, because the leg already done is right at the corner. You should need to edit the tabletop. So again, go to tabletop. You need to add here. So select the body and add another one. So it is leg 2. Okay. Choose at this point. X is here, and Y is here. So align O, X, Y here. You see? Apply, okay, save it. Now, when we back to this workspace here, the Assembly4 workspace here, we can simply add the part. Here I can choose sub-assembly model, insert. Again, it always select this because this coordinate is right here at the sub-assembly. Then we choose the body 1, and we choose leg 2. So that is how you can add 2 legs into the tabletop in the Assembly4 workspace compared to the Assembly2 workspace. So that is 2 ways to do the same sub-assembly. I let you decide which way is better for you, because you depend on what you're using. I only use I used to use SolidWorks and ProEngineer before, and those they only use similar to the A2plus workbench. Basically, they solve the constraint to show the attachment. But with the A4, it's a new approach with the local coordinate system. It's just an advanced, not advanced, but just an extension for you how to do even the exploding assembly in remote workbench. You can use what they call is the explode assembly here. So with A4, if you choose change to the explode assembly, here I can choose. So I want to do it very quickly for you to see. Okay, you can just select this one, edge, and also this one, the edge, and then we raise both. Okay, and in the explode assembly, you can choose roll up animation to 200. No, just add by 50. 100. Okay, this one can put even 500. Okay, can have minus 500. So you see, this is how you do the assembly, and when you play, you're gonna see it like this, attachment like this. This is how you do it if you use the A2plus workbench to create the assembly. In case you use the Assembly4 workbench to create the assembly, if you want to do the animation, you can use the built-in tool already here, the image assembly workbench in the Assembly4 workbench here. I did try to use the exploded assembly workbench with this A4, but it doesn't work, or maybe that's so far that I tried. You can try yourself and give me some feedback. But here I'm gonna show you how to do the animation with the tool inside the workbench itself. First of all, you need to create a variable. So let me see. They call it. Gonna add a variable that we call is the transition. Okay, the Z transition. Okay, and you just put whatever. Let's say, just put it temporary. Let's say put it 10. Okay. So now here in the workbench, when you click on the leg, you can see that the position in the placement, you see the position, and the Z is minus 300 here. When you click on it, you see a little icon here. You can choose it, and we change it to the variable because we need the variable to modify the simulation. Here you can delete it and choose a variable. Here I have Z transition. Okay, and you see now because of that they put it to 10, but it's fine like that. The same thing with the other subassembly here. We do the same thing, modify it to variable and add the Z transition. Okay, so they both like this. So here when we do the simulation, the animation, you can choose, okay, this is the verify, you can choose G transition. The range here is not between 10 and 10, remember, because we started with minus 300. So we can start in minus 500 to minus 300. This way it was. And the step size is, let's say, 10. Okay, now we can run it to see. As you can see, that's how it goes. So even look and run. This is how you create the assembly animation in the workbench Assembly4. This video shows you how to do the design, the assembly, and the animation with the two workbenches, the Assembly2plus and the Assembly4. To choose which workbench to start with, it really depends on you. For example, with me, I get used to the way of design in SolidWorks and Pro. I feel more comfortable to go with the Assembly2plus. even though I had to use another workbench to design the animation, the exploded assembly. If you are new and you just started, you haven't used any CAD software before, maybe the Assembly4 is useful for you because you don't really need to care about the constraint, the surfaces. You just add the local coordinate system and then attach them together. I hope this video answers most of your questions about these two workbenches and help you to make decision which one you should go with FreeCAD. If you have any question, just put it right in the comment section and I will try my best to help. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel and we can see you in the next one. Happy making!